Yo, you read it right. You read it right. Everybody. It seems like everybody's cheating these days. Men, women, it don't matter. Probably teenagers, middle school, everybody. There's a problem with lust going around that both men and women are addicted to. But most people think it's just men who are addicted to lust. Keep thinking that. It goes both ways. You gotta understand we're being lied to. Both men and women are on some freaky times. From watching the porn, cheating, freaky fantasy. Actually, women are way more freakier than us men. Yeah, believe it or not. Believe it or not. They have way more darker fantasy than us men. Believe it or not, but it's true. I know you don't want to believe it. The big difference between the man and the woman is the man take whatever he can get. We just trying to fuck some. That's why we got a bad rep. Women, you got to actually do it for so you can hit. Or unless you got a whole bunch of money, you got to pay for it. But if you don't turn her on, she probably not going to let you hit. If you don't have a lot of money, pay a lot of money, she probably not going to let you hit. The difference for a man is a man will take one for the team or sacrifice. Even though he's not feeling her like that, he might still try to hit. Just so he can get it his nut off. That's why we get the bad rep of being like cheaters, undisciplined, man. Which it is, undisciplined, like hitting anything, just trying to get your nut off. That is true, but women the same way. They're just more picky. They got to pick and choose who to do it with. That's the only difference. Women is a little bit more picky, and men are not. At least just about most men. I'm picky. I'm different. I'm not just finna hit something just to bust. Because everything is spiritual. Who you have sex with is spiritual. Even what you eat, spiritual. All that is energy. Spirit, energy, all that go together. God created all that. And a lot of people think once they get money, they got it. They made it in life. No, you don't. If you're not right within, you're going to be depressed, sad. It don't matter how much money you got. And people are finding out through spiritual warfare. There's a lot of people who got money. They walking around here sad, depressed. You can't tell they got money. You would think they're on the verge of being homeless. Shit. But it's because they're not right within. You don't know how they got it. They probably had to lose themselves. Probably had to do some things that they really didn't want to do to get the money. That's why you don't compare yourself. That's why you keep a strong relationship with God and let God show your purpose and path in life. And then the money will come, the relationship will come, everything will just fall in place when you follow God. It will happen on God timing. And that's the big problem we have these days. People don't want to wait for God timing. You want to do it on your own time. And when you're doing it on your own time, you're rushing the process, which causing you to lose your soul, lose yourself, because you're trying to chase the money. Hurry up and get it. You probably not going to get rich until your 40s or 50s. But it'll be well worth it by being patient, because that's on God timing. You can still be happy and have riches. Compared to the young people who rushing, doing crazy shit, doing anything just to get the money, just to find out they're still sad, depressed, still in the same spot because you're not right within. So you probably got money, but you're not right within. And I feel like if you're not right within, what's the whole point of having the money? You can't enjoy it because you're depressed, sad, you're not feeling yourself. You lost your mojo, you lost your swag, you just You're not feeling it within. Notice I'm talking about within. Don't be confused on the physical part. Yeah, you might be happy temporarily when you buy something that might give you a little dopamine rush. Ooh, but they're gonna wear off. And once they wear off, then what? You're gonna keep buying shit. You're gonna keep buying shit because you're not right within. Which means you can't never be satisfied. And they also play a part in cheating. When you can't control your lust, you can never be satisfied. You always want to do something with this person, that person. And it's worse with women. Because once women get their body count up, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be a slut for the rest of their life. It's going to be hard for them to come back because they're being penetrated. They're getting penetrated by different men. So they're putting all that lust, all that spirit that man carry, which is 9 times out of 10 is a lot of lust, freaky shit is all going into that woman. Different men, all that lust. Even it might be some men you have sex with mental health issues. They're going into you too. It's mental health, bipolar. If you bipolar, you about to be bipolar too. That's how deep sex is. If you keep messing with somebody who crazy and all that, throwed off, you're going to be thrown off and crazy too if you keep having sex with that person. That's why the world is so toxic. Craziness. People normalizing cheating. People normalizing toxic relationships. It's like that's a thing now in America. Being toxic. It's strange to me. But don't ask me. I guess I'm different. But that's what vibration energy we on. We on dark times. The world is very low. But while y'all low, we need people with high vibration. Everybody can have low vibration. So I'm doing my part. And I'm going to raise mine. And hopefully I'll find a solid woman who got her vibration up too. Who don't have a lot of body counts. Because I understand once women get their body counts up, it's hard to come back from because they being penetrated. So messing with these different men, like most of the lot, they're going to always be a hoe. Like they got to say that you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. That's why. It's spiritual. They understand, like, once that woman womb been tampered with too many times by different men, left, right, she never gonna be right. She gonna always be stuck in lust. Cause 9 times out of 10, the man she having sex with is lustful, way lustful than her, probably. And he might go both ways, so that make it even worse. Now she got gay spirit on her, so make it even worse. But call me different, strange, whatever, weird, but I'm big on protecting my energy. And every time I be like, I don't really want to hit that, even though she look good, most men become confused, like, well, I don't want to hit that because she's a slut. Like, I don't want her spirit. See, I understand the spiritual part of sex. When you talk to me, just know I understand the spiritual part. I don't care how thick she is. Like, she don't take care of herself, and she just let men nut and like do things to her. Like, no, I'm not hitting it. Getting trains ran on, like, no, I'm not hitting it. You can have it. And I can tell when a woman like very freaky. That's why I don't want no overly freaky woman. Because I feel like she can't control herself sexually. And obviously, she going to cheat. But if she's overly freaky, 9 times out of 10, the partner she had before her was very, very lustful. And she have different partners, like have a lot of sex with different men. So they put it all on her, like got her being hypersexual because the men she dealt with in the past. But yeah, y'all do y'all, but that's why cheating is unfortunately becoming normalized because the whole world in America, I heard in the eastern area is a little bit better. They can control themselves better than the western people can. But in America, it's way over sexualized. Everything's about lust. And that's why cheating has become basically normalized. And that's why when it comes to dating a relationship, y'all can have it. I'm just focused on my purpose, craft, building a strong relationship with God and Christ. That's what I'm going to focus on. But that sex shit, y'all got it. It's just too much. People are defeating the purpose of sex. Why sex is here. God brought sex for man and woman. They get married, lock in. Nobody's locking in. Sex is used in a wrong, freaky way now. Basically money. Because if you look at OnlyFans, the hub, all this shit, tricking, it's mainly about money now. And that's not how God meant for it to be. At all. That's why it's more easy for me to focus on myself, focus on becoming the best version of me, reaching my full potential, finding my purpose. It's easy for me because I see how these women move. Unless God show me something different, show me a different woman, like a solid woman who really don't have a high body count, it got to be less than 4 for me. But that's going to be very hard to find a woman like that. A grown woman with less than 4 body counts. That's going to be hard. 4 or less. But I'm big on energy. I don't want to fuck a thought. I don't want to slut. It's just me. You do you, and I'm going to do me. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.